Hello. Let me know if you can hear me. Just making a couple adjustments here. There we go. Hey, Kevin, what's up, brother? Oh, and James and John. Am I bright enough? Not up here, but you know. And Nate, what is up, brother? Happy Friday. Hey, it's not Friday. Caught me off guard. I even read it and repeated it loud and clear. Okay. I'm still messing with this lighting in here, trying to get it right. So I don't know. It's not easy. April, how are you, dear? And Darren, Slade members assemble. Yes, we do. We got 15 likes, 22 people. And Otto stopped in, and Adam, who had some interesting times over the weekend. And BCM, good evening. And Neil, I'm just looking at all my settings. Yeah, whoops, I leaned the wrong way. Well, that light's shining on it, but it's actually really nice. It's a rust-free, and it lines up almost. So I do have to, I went to the salvage yard. I like being up here. I can show stuff. My hinges are bent. So I went and got some off of a car that Evan had down there. This has a little slice in it. I'll just run a weld down that. But I'm going to go ahead and, well, I got to help Heather tomorrow. Fernando, what's up? And James, what micro? I was live with a few folks the other night, and they watched me bolt that on. So they had to be bored. But when I lifted it, I noticed the Duke, what's up, bud? The driver's side hinge, they were like this, but it was bent out, which makes no sense because, hey, Mark, how are you, brother? It's the trunk is almost spot on. Hey, number one. And the hood hinge being bent, I was going to shim it, and I thought that's not the proper way to do it. You know what I mean? So Baja from Virginia, how are you? I'm going to go ahead and change the hinges when I'm done helping Heather in a few days. Plus, I got to hurry up and do my video for the week, the front disc conversion, and get that done. And the following week, I'm going to put the transaxle in, do the rear bearings, swing axle, the Z-bar, the rear braking system, and slam the wheels and tires on and get it on the ground finally, you know. And we got Charis, VW. I'm so sorry. Charis, I believe. Thank you for being here. Why do I know that name for some reason? And I can't think why. I know that name. Thought I was friends with somebody with that name. Chari. I know that name. Why? Unless it's maybe dementia just set in and I'm all, you know. And it is Bob Z-bar. You mean Z-bar. Oh, wait, Klondike bar. I like Klondike bars. I had Reese's the other night. They were really good. Standard hinge so much more robust than the curved super hood hinges. I swapped the springs with struts so much better. Yeah, you know what, Otto? I didn't even, well, I mean, I can't show you a picture now, but I was showing the guys when we had a chat the other night, and when I lifted the trunk up, you could literally see it twisted. So I got a hold of Evan, who has the salvage yard, if you remember me doing videos there. And I said, hey, you know, you got anything? And he says, I'm going to make a deal with you. He wants disc brakes put on his VW thing. He ordered a kit. I would have done them for him regardless. He said, I got a rust-free hood, rust-free, literally perfect condition. You can have it, just do my brakes. So, hi, Heidi. I thought, I'd have done them for him anyhow. But he said, go ahead and go down and grab it from the salvage yard. He trusts me. I just went in and grabbed it. And then I said, Evan, my one hinge is bent. So poor kid. He's like, just come on down and grab some hinges, you know. So there's Heather. And I'm going to put the hinges on in a few days. I got to put a walkway in tomorrow with Heather. So I was shocked that I may have to do something though. And everybody's going to go, what? You know, oh yeah, Otto, I don't mind, you know. He does a lot of stuff for me though. He'll throw parts at me once in a while, not physically, but I thought I'll do the disc brake conversion for him. I'm probably not going to film it. How many brake conversions can I keep doing? You know, although that's a drum to disc conversion. Maybe I should film it. I don't know. I'm the one stuffing up pictures our T-shirts in Farmington in North Carolina. Oh, that's how I'm sorry. Because, you know, Facebook, and then, you know the deal with all the names and people. I know it. Yeah, there's a photo of you in, yeah. Is that last week's or the week before video? Hey, I'm so sorry, hon. I didn't realize who you are. I think you might be making it to the picnic, possibly. Possibly. I understand. And Darte Atanas, hey, I have a question. I have a D1 block 1200 and a scat. My cursor was over it. C35 kit and a 30 pick 3. How can I make it work? That's a lot to ask in live chat, to be honest with you. You might want to put that on our Facebook group so we can do a breakdown and analyze it much better, in all honesty. I'd have to look up the specs on the C35 and everything. And speaking of food, did they stop making the Zero candy bar? I don't know. But they stopped making the whatchamacallit, or they quit selling it everywhere, you know. But Darte, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Let me know if you're part of our Facebook group, because then we can go over a lot of different specs and stuff and get you straightened out. It's Slades VW Community is the Facebook group. Throw parts, must be having throwing kicks and spider webs. Well, Charlie, it was nice meeting you. Yeah, I feel bad. Now I know exactly who she is, but it threw me off on live chat. Justin and Ashley here. Sundays work better for us in the summer. Yeah, and you know what, Justin? And hi, Ashley. I miss you, honey. No, Justin, I wasn't being weird. That's why we did that video. I really don't know when. 2-3 weeks ago, when Heather and I did a video about all the changes. It's just easier in the summer to do Sunday night live chats. You know what I mean? And then the video of the week, blah, blah, up Friday, you know. So, I don't want to miss nobody's. Same here, Kevin. I feel bad. I didn't realize who she was. I'm not yet. How can I join? Greetings from Portugal. Well, welcome in. I'm Dorte. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, I apologize. Go to Facebook, click on the groups. Heather can probably put a link to it in here for you to click on, but then you end up leaving the chat temporarily, which is fine. And it's Slades VW Community, and you just join it, and I'll let you in when I get off of here later. It's a closed circuit, and it's so much easier on there to break down into detail with your motor. Sidebar, I have a 670 roller. Look to trade for an early 60-something model chop top. I love chop tops. That's not hacked up, if anyone knows any. Yeah, that was a good way of putting it, not hacked up, because I remember me and Heather got burned out for a while. We were looking for, you know, an old car, and every time on Craigslist Marketplace, you know, you show up and you look and think, was this the same car in the picture? I mean, I get why you said it that way. I'll bring you Zero Bar in July. I didn't think they made them any longer. Let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. Try to make sure I don't miss anything. I have a tendency of scrolling too fast. They sell them by the case. Oh, I didn't even know they did. Hey, what's up, Fixin'? How you doing? What are your thoughts on max oil temps? 235 degrees should be it. I don't know. I'm going to hook up my first oil temperature gauge actually on this car here. Everybody always said to me, you should have gauges everywhere. I never, ever messed around with the gauges. I just drove them and, you know, monitored them and stuff like that. I'm sorry, my throat got dry. I was drinking now. But Sometimes I'll go to the Samba when I start comparing temperature ranges and things of that nature. So I'm trying to finish 6.5 sunroof. Yeah, for a turbo, pain in my neck. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, in all honesty. Just saw whatchamacallit in Ingles Supermarket the other day. Oh, I didn't know they were still making them. That's one of Heather's favorites. That's why I kind of said it as a joke, Mark. Maybe they just don't sell in certain areas or something like that, because I I don't know. I don't see a lot of the candy bars I used to see. I've got a 70 chop top. I love chop tops, but I don't have the nerve to try to even remotely do something like that. It would be uneven or something stupid would happen. And Heather put the link up for the Facebook group. So if somebody needs to join that, and Sling, I just messed up. There we go. Since my 70 Osta doesn't have a clutch tube, oh boy, looks like I'm going to have to add hydraulic clutch to the list of things needed for the manual conversion. My 68 was an auto stick, but I was like 15 years old when I was swapping over to a 4-speed. I forget exactly how we did it. My dad helped me, but we used, I think like a 3/16 brake line or something, and made our own clutch tube up. He tacked it at the back. He must have cut a hole, tacked it in the middle, then tacked it, inside. It wasn't a lot of fun, but it worked. It did work, They sell zero bars here in North Carolina. Yeah, I don't have a lot of that stuff here. Started putting my pan back together. Well, the torsion plates were not easy, but I got them on. Oh, did you have trouble, Duke, with the caps, do you mean? Because I always use longer bolts than factory. Put the new rubbers on to pull them in, and then I take one out, put the stock one in. If that's what you meant, I think that might be what you meant. It's not fun to do. I think a lot of people that do videos sometimes edit out the frustrating parts, which I don't like doing that. Man, zero bars were my favorite. I have not seen them in a long time. No, Justin, I haven't. I didn't even know they still made them, in all honesty. Chop top, Duckman has the best looking one. So many others are flat top. Yeah, Duckman's, Glenn's is Eleanor. Is that the name of his? Eleanor or something? That is a really nice chop top. I really, really like it a lot. I need a one. I got the Berg oil temp dipstick. Mary says Dick Stush loves me, so I don't care. This is the first car I'm even bothering putting an oil temperature gauge on. I just never have, in all honesty. Zero bars are available. Justin, I will ship some. She's shipping out zero bars. It's a hard name to pronounce. I know. Try to say it like this. Duarte. Oh, okay. Duarte. How about Duarte? That should sound better. Heather put that link up above, my friend, for the Facebook group. And chop top vert, that would be out of my league, working with a convertible like that. Fixing bugs, 235 is just fine. You want your oil temp to be hot enough to evaporate the moisture from condensation. Yeah, moisture's not good. You want it hot enough for sure. I do agree. Wait, I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Toss around out there getting a Gia. I'll just have to convince my wife it's a good idea. It's always a good idea. Always. Just don't tell her I said that. I need to, Heather, but quiet. This is Slades chat. Heather, I'll bring you watch a candy bar in July. Oh, man. Her and her whatchamacallits or whatever they are. Chop top steel roof. You know what? Honestly, I know I'll never get to do one myself. I would love a chop top so badly. I really would. But I'll admit it. I don't have the nerve to try it because I just don't think it'll come out right, especially having to do the doors too. You know what I mean? ASGR, the dipstick thermometer still available. Yeah, I think you mean that right there. That's what I have. That'll go in there plus, the gauge this time. I think I have it's a VDO. I'm looking around at the stuff I have. Anybody Excuse me. Hey, Joe, how are you, buddy? Let me see. I'm DW. See, I'm missing stuff here. That's why I'm scrolling back through. And we have 58 folks, but we only have 32 likes. So can we please smash the like button to get the likes up higher? And Heather, April loves them too. DW stopped in to say hello. We don't have spam in Canada. It's called Prem. I never heard of that before. And hello, everyone. Joe stopped in. I'm just making sure I don't miss anybody. Grippo chips in their area. I don't know what that is. I never heard of those before. There we go. It's actually very close. I have sent my invite to the group. Any tips on sound deadening in a 74 Super? Yeah, actually, if you go through my YouTube channel, go to the playlist tab and scroll down until you see sound deadener. I did like 4 or 5 videos on sound deadener and how to save money doing it and buy the stuff local. So just check that and you'll see, because I can't put links up in here because I'm live right now, but you definitely will find them in my playlist of videos. And we did a video on it. Oh, okay. Heather's helping out. I think so. Other places sell them oil light flickers at $240. I'm going to be here. And Shane, got my body dolly done yesterday. Put the body off today. Ordered my fuel filter bracket though from Kevin yesterday. Progress. Nice. That's it. I just ordered a couple of the GF1 Hastings filters because the metal ones, what I have for the metal bracket, and they seem to be like, people must be buying 10 at a time and keep buying them all up. And Irby, how are you from down south in the SIP? Yeah, my screen just jumped. There we go. Welcome in. And there we go. You may be too tall for a chop unless you lower the floor pans. I'm 5'8". So you know what? I always lower my seats down anyhow. So I would love to have a chop top, but I should probably try because I can get a hold of some extra roofs, but seems like a lot for me to screw up, especially on video. You're welcome. And Alita, how are you? And Toby. And Liam is here too. That means we're not getting ice cream tonight because he's not at work. And ACG Slade had old BDT that the feller at oil temp gauge hooked up to the dipstick. Yeah, my screenshot. Or just a dummy light available. If you mean the thing that I have there, that's going to hook up to the idiot light, is what we call them. And also, I'm just going to hook up a gauge separately. I don't know if there's any other kind, to be honest with you. Let me see here. We got 64 people and 42 likes. We're still lacking 22 likes. And Mike, what is up? Mike kind of impressed rescuing abandoned store with a massive mite infestation. Oh, God. That isn't fun. Slade is 6'4". He looks like a bear. I like telling people I'm like 5'5". You're how tall, Slade? Oh, why he? How are you? I'm actually, Kevin, I'm legit like 5'6", right around there, unless I wear thick socks. Lloyd, how are you? And I got a sweet tooth, but I was hoping anyone having those whatchamacallits might be able to get into it out of some trouble. The whatchamacallits are actually really good, in all honesty. I just haven't never seen them again. I go, oh, wow, that's so cool, you. And Jim Bug Cruise today, club member had an oil temp at 275. Oh, okay, that was a little high there. I can say that. I watch with temperatures because when I did say a temperature to somebody one time, they're like, you told me 280 was fine, and I burned stuff up, and I never did tell them that. So I kind of watch with some of that. But yeah, that 275 seems a little on the high side there. I'm like number 18. There's Clash by the 5'5". I seen him in a Beetle. I'm 6'2", and you make me look small. I'm not really that tall. It just appears that way on video. Well, we're doing, you see, and I was right. How's my face look so light? Ooh. Sunday nights. Keith, what is up, brother? I did want to say something real quick here. If anybody is familiar with Save the VDub, Randy Kelso, who sponsored me and built that engine. It's sitting on the other side of the garage. Him and I do talk on a personal level, and his mother fell ill, and the chances of of a good outcome could be around 30% chance. So at bedtime tonight, if you could, for Alana, Randy Kelso's mom, if you could just say a prayer and put her in your thoughts tonight at bedtime, I would really appreciate that, because they are a very wonderful family. So I had to bring that up real quick because I got a text from Randy a little bit earlier. We were talking back and forth. So he did not ask me to do that, but I wanted to. So thank you for that moment there. Anyone else get into June Bug? I wore my shirt, met one fan there who sends his gratitude and compliments. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. And we all love our moms. We have no problem sharing some of our friends too. Absolutely. Hey, buddy, there's new cars and coffee here in Washington. I'll text you the info and the invite. Oh, okay. Please do, Justin. Please do. We'll make it out there. We will. We'll be in the Cherokee, but we'll make it out there. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. I knew she was having some troubles. Randy had informed me days ago, and long story short, then he had texted me about 20 minutes before I came on and gave me an update. And that's hard. That's hard. My husband had one of those dipset measuring thingy. The cable cut up the belt and flew somewhere Highway 40. That one took off. I just pictured her saying that. Prayers going out now, Tony. No need to wait for bedtime. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Anybody bring any cars or engines, cool VW stuff for sale? A cute way giveaway. And my oil temps are always low in the Baja with Doghouse. Oil runs 110 to 160, head temps 230 to 310. Let me see. Anyone else miss the old bug outs? Well, we never really had a lot near us fixing. I'm in Southwest PA. We don't have a lot near us at all, sadly. So I'm hoping for over 200 at my meet in July. It's about 6 weeks away. So it might end up being the biggest one we have around here. Hello, Heather. Keep up the videos. Doing great work. And yes, some of us met Junebug. Nice guy. And Michelle is great. Oh, wait. I misunderstood something. I'm backing up. Anyone else get to meet June? Oh, man. Michael, there's a meat called Junebug or something that somebody nicknamed. And I thought that's what you meant at first. I actually got confused. And now it makes sense. He is actually a very nice guy. His wife is a sweetheart. I'm friends with them online. I'm sorry. And I kept thinking, Junebug, that's an event. Like, I'm getting confused what you meant by that. He's a good guy. He has a wonderful wife. I have a lot of fun watching them online, the way they go back and forth. I don't think he's going to make the meet, though. I offered for him to. I really wish they would, but I know that's a little bit of a drive. Let me see here. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't miss anything. Nice guy. Michelle is great. Oil time Susan. Geez, mine's high as 200, and I'm just north of the Gulf of America. Most of my bug was built using your videos. I don't know what I'd do without them. Probably falling through the rotten floor while going astonishing 15 mile an hour. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad the videos are helpful. Like I said, I don't know everything. I don't think anybody could, but it's nice to know when even one of the videos helps somebody. It makes me really happy. It does. And let me see where we are. Thanks. I need to film. May do one tomorrow. And I missed the bug outs, but no, the previous managers here in VW. Rick, how are you? Welcome in. Well, we have 60 people and 51 likes, so we're getting there now. Bug Invasion is a great event and during Memorial Day and Labor Day, if anybody's seen what Jonathan put there. And Junebug Maple Grove Speedway. That was it. That's why I feel stupid now, Mike, because Junebug, an event popped into my mind, and that's why I got confused on what you meant there. Let me see something here about this. I don't know if that'll help my face look too bright or something. But yeah, June is his name. Of course, not Bug, but he's an awesome guy. He really is. Fixing bugs, you bet. Stroke rate average 230 to 240 and push for long periods, 8 to 110. 270, but the Royal Purple doesn't miss a beat. I never ran Royal Purple yet, but I get cheap with stuff. That's the sad part. Hi, Heather. German Shepherd ate watermelon. I'm growing and he knocked down my planter box, and him and 7 other had a feast with it. Oh my God. I shouldn't laugh. That's probably not funny. Bugouts was the show that had badges for attendees to mount on a firewall, dasher deck lids like a hot rod ladybug. I never been to a bug out. I thought that Manassas, Virginia, somebody had that somewhere years ago. Just has Bug Invasion last weekend, and hey, I hit 830 subs and I haven't done crap lately, and that's the key to it. I was wondering that too, Heather. Did they get sick? VW Life in Austin, Texas has a June bug meetup. We should all go down there and invade it. And you look fine. I look old. Yes, Junebug is funny. All his comments about the trips he does with Michelle and her spending. They are hilarious. They are. I think they remind me of Heather and I a lot because of the Hobby Lobby stuff and all that. It's like right on spot. We need no more videos with Heather. You know what, Shane? She will be in some more with me very shortly. The next few weeks, I'm going to button up the braking system, throw the wheels and tires, rear fenders on, because I got to do a removable apron, and I got to do the interior in about 3 weeks. So Heather's going to be in like 3 videos straight helping me out, which I really appreciate. We have some more car meetup shows here in town. The weather is better. Liam is having fun showing off 71 Super. Also, we're bare. Of course, we began repping our Slade shirts. I appreciate that. I really do, Toby. I appreciate you guys. I have some pictures of Liam polishing up the bumper. He's going to be on my next video, just a quick little picture slideshow. He wanted to have more chrome shining. I'm like, send me some pictures. I'm going to put them in a video. I do agree, Shane. My lazy channel. That's okay. Heather's got to be in a couple of my videos soon. She has no choice. I need help getting some of that stuff done. Let me see here. Slade runs on Dunkin's. That's actually, I'm ashamed to say it, but it's Starbucks. They were closer. We were running around until like 45 minutes before I had to be on. And I'm like, I better get an iced coffee. I need a boost. And then I'll complain about my sugar intake. Just don't get caught staring her towels. No, don't bring out towels. Ooh. There's one here. I have my keyboard on it. Let me see here. More details on the events, attendees, and supporters of the Slade picnic. I'm thinking from how many emails, messages, and everything. The first year was around 60 some, and that was more of a closed circuit the first year because of the size of the place I got. But I think this year it's going to be up over 200, and a lot of people are bringing their Beetles. Gias. My buddy's bringing a split window. And my son will be there with his Oldsmobile, which is perfectly fine with me. Another friend of mine, local's bringing his, he can't bring his bus, but he's bringing, because it's not done, so he's bringing his 55 Chevy. So there's going to be some miscellaneous American muscle there, which I think is perfectly fine. I'll be really happy with that. Bahamid, how was Bug Invasion? Dina was trying to get me to go. And I'm bringing a box full of towels for Slade so he doesn't get in trouble. She got my back. Let me see. How much is a bug? The US. I went to Florida a month ago and only saw one bug in a bus. Pretty rusty, and it was 3,400 euros. You know what? They're all across the board here. I mean, I've seen some near me. I'm in the state of Pennsylvania, northeast US, and I could probably pick one up that needs a lot of work for 2,000 US dollars, or I can spend 6,000. They're all across the board, my friend. There's not really one specific price range, you know, at least for where I live, you know. Slade runs on Starbucks. Yeah, you did buy new white towels, and we have a white truck. Yeah, that's good to dry them off with. But I took them to the vet anyway. After $600 later, they just gave me an antibiotic, protect our bellies. Oh, should have gave them Pepto-Bismol. Do you have Slade T-shirts for fat guys? Well, I'm getting a gut on me, so I got to tell you, yeah, I do have it for us guys that have a little more meat. Yeah, Heather can pop up the link here to the store. But I think I wear 2X. They have 3X. You know, there's a little bit of everything in there and quite a few logos. I appreciate the support. But Heather can pop the link up, Shane. And good one, Heather. Keep them from Slades. You know, that towel incident happened like 2-3 years ago, and man, it doesn't go away. $15 for cold coffee. Man, I dump cold coffee all the time. Yeah, you know, Otto, it is weird because once my coffee does get cold in a cup, but then I go pay $5 for, you know, I know, I agree. She was, oh, well, slowly put her nose up to certain treats, but I eat deer crap. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm glad she's in the fenced-in part now. Did you guys, Lucky Vistas, decide on the bumperettes, fancy side bits? VW parts, no, Amy, it is. Any final choices made on color? Number one, I don't know which you mean. If you mean this one here, that's going to be white. I may do black trim instead of the chrome, though, or I may dechrome. I'm still going back and forth on that, you know. But Invasion was great. Slam packed. Oh, that's good news. Always good news. We have all sizes. I decided to install speakers in the kick panel area. Instead of buying aftermarket speakers enclosed, I made my own to fit 4-inch speakers. Post pics on how I did it on Facebook. Please do, James. That's awesome. Awesome. I was going to get the kick panel ones. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I know I got 2 6x9s going in the back and a 1970s or 60s style luggage case that's real nice, mint condition. I found. Well, Heather bought it for me from a Fleetique. I haven't decided on fronts yet, so I'll be interested in seeing what you did, my friend. Any hotels close by you recommended for the picnic? My hubby was asking. Well, just shoot me a message on Facebook because we're friends on Facebook, and I'll target in a couple that's real close to our house and in between the picnic area. So, and that way you can choose what you want or make some phone calls. But shoot me a message tonight, and then by tomorrow, I will go ahead and you know, have a list for you that you can call. And if you have any questions, just message me. It's perfectly fine. I hope you and your husband make it. I honestly do. I'm fluffy, need 5XL or so. You know what, Shane? She put the store up right there, brother. You'll have to check and see what they have available on there. I never really mess around in there as much. Heather always kind of does my shopping for me. Wow, 2,000 euros here buys me chassis if I'm lucky. Oh, wow. That stinks. Yeah, wow, that's kind of a bummer. I had no idea. Let me see here. There we go. I'm trying not to miss anybody's because the chat starts jumping. I love the videos of you getting caught with her towels. Yeah, there was a couple of videos I never actually made public because Heather, we have security cameras everywhere. Now, we don't live in a bad area, but I still have security cameras. And Heather apparently, when I wasn't home, passed the first security camera to the garage. past the second security camera coming in the garage, and she was looking around the garage. I think she was trying to see if I had any of her stuff, and she found the suction thingy. She just told me to keep it now and stick it, and bought a new one. You suck the gravy out of when you're doing turkeys or something. I would needed it for my brake fluid, and I never put it up. I didn't want her to get mad, but she was caught on 2 different security cameras in my garage, and she went like that and threw it. You have a broken link on that page, Slade. It's just picture it looks like. On what? That's weird. I can't look right now, I don't think. Do you mean on the bonfire page? Let me see real quick here. Store and T-shirts, and I'm on the bonfire page right there, Heath, if that's what you mean. I don't know. I went right to it from my website. So I have to check with you when I get down there, but I don't know what you mean. I don't have it's going right to the store, so I'm not sure. That page, that's just a picture, it looks like. That's weird. I don't know why it would be that way. Hey, Robert, how are you? Good to see you, brother. 200 cars, 50 weeks in a year, so Junior, Heather in charge. 2-week calendar, all the cars attend and sell. 50/50 charity channel. I got to think, I wanted to do something with the meet, like some type of giveaways, but I don't even know how to do it to be yet. I didn't even think straight about it yet. You can make them fairly easy. Oh, I figured, James. I don't know if I'm putting any up front yet, but since my seats are going to sit lower and back further, there'll be more kick space area. So now it's like, maybe I should, but I didn't like the fiberglass ones I seen, in the online stores. My grandfather bought the 68 bug slingshot for $3,900. I put $3,000 into her so far last 4 years watching all your videos. Thanks for all your videos. Helped me a lot. Thank you, James, for saying that. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm glad when the videos help folks. That wasn't bad that you only got $3,000 in there, because man, the money is flying putting them into these cars. Whew, whoever thought Beetle parts would add up the way they did. Which white? The correct VW white for the year. Another. Oh no, I'm just doing a standard gloss white. Nothing special. She's going to be a driver. And Shane said, awesome. I like white, not Snow White, but just white. Well, mine's just the cans over there. It's just a standard gloss white. When are we going to see videos on Heather's VW? I got about 4 to 5 months tops, and this one will be done. I had to keep saving up, buy some more parts, save up. I just got my header's exhaust system and alternator, so I have everything I need for the motor now. Although I did forget one thing, and I can't remember what it was now. And I'll be slamming that into the car. So Heather's about 5 months tops. You'll see it in the garage of me pulling it off the chassis. Ugh. But it'll be fun filming that, I think. And then Heather's going to have to get involved a lot with that since it's hers. Heather, a little fluff ball was a kitten. Did you ever find any baby teeth? Well, they would have been tiny, tiny baby teeth. I'm in Iowa. We're fluffy here. Jen, how did you know I was in the garage? Because it's on the video cameras. I saved the footage, but I didn't put it up because I didn't want to embarrass you, because when you found that sucky thing that I took, you threw it across the garage and went like that and walked out. So both security cameras were on, because when I left the house, I turned them on for your safety. I would never put them up. I wouldn't do that. Wait, you just turned this around on me. No Slade shop. You mean, wait. I'll have to check when I come down the house, because I went to Bonfire and everything's working. And even on my website, I clicked the store. I got to stop and look again. I don't know what you mean. Let me see. Okay, I'm at Slades home. I clicked the index. I went to store and I went to members T-shirt store, and then I click Slades gear. Everything's working. It takes me right to the store. So I'm not sure what is going on there on your end down there. I don't know. I'll have to get with you when I come down the house. Nobody liked the new Snow White. It was a huge flop. I never even watch new movies, in all honesty. Bright white, Summit White, I think. Summit White was the color of your Malibu. I have, oh, you're going to make me get up. This is, let me see, gloss white. Ooh, it's white. It is a bright white. I have everything I need now. I just got to order more cans of clear coat, which is really not a big deal. Have you ever had a piston break in half and the engine still ran, or am I just lucky? No, you're lucky. I've never had one break in half, but I think that would definitely change the compression extremely fast. I've never had that happen. Jorg, how are you, buddy? Hello, I've been out in my garage, didn't realize my phone had died. No chat alert. Meanwhile, after 3 hours of labor, my hood was decaled. These are free. New stripes are on. Yes. And I'm thinking about getting Kia Soul seats for my Bug. Another one that fits well, Shane, is if you come across one, is a Mini Cooper. Them seats are supposed to fit nicely in a Bug. I'm in love with these ones that Heather bought me, them Scat Pro cars, the low backs. They are so comfortable. I can't wait to drive it just because of the seats. Better get off here, work tomorrow. The grandyounglings are almost home. I mean, grandchildren. Good night, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Adam. Have a great day at work tomorrow. Yes, Mark, I love Pearl anything. And Gamer, how are you? And my earth stompers are too big for the kick panel speakers. Yeah, that's the thing. If it starts to take up too much room, we have enough problem with our feet in Beetles. So I know what you're saying. Let me see here. Where are we at? Years. Okay. I didn't like how far out the fiberglass one stuck out. I made mine a leftover masonite board from when Sue and I made our door panels. I can't wait to see yours, because if they sit in closer to the sidewall, that's even better, in all honesty. Wait, embarrass me? You stole from me. There we go. How you doing, Gary? I just bought a member shirt off of Slades Bonfire. Thank you, Gary. I really appreciate the support. I honestly mean that. I really do. I like it too, because a lot of people have seen each other at meets with Slade shirts on. I don't have my member shirt on. This is our other one. And they'll go, hey, and the next thing you know, they know each other, live that close, and they end up friends. That really makes me happy, in all honesty. And Robert said, what's up, Heather? I found 3 kitten teeth, 1 fang, and 2 premolars. Oh, Tabitha should have lost her teeth by now, I guess. I think she's 8 months old, a rag doll. Well, looks like we need to bring Slades towels and gravy sucker pump. Trying to help me out. Anything else? Night, Kevin. And I purchased out of kick panel speaker panels advertised as best. Yeah, not so much. They need work so they fit right. Oh, I believe it, Otto. Everything I read, it'll good, better, best. So we try to buy the best, and the next thing you know, we're fabricating something and pulling our hair out. Trust me, I know. And not, I mean, I get it. We have to fabricate and do things. Heck, the stuff I see V8 Nate do on here, that's fabrication. That's fabrication. He does some awesome work. But when you do buy some parts, you want them to bolt up and work. And unfortunately, some of them don't. About an inch off of mine to fit nicely. And where are we at here? There we go. How do you plan to agitate the cans? Hot water, sonic machines, jigsaw with can, taped some garden hose on the blade. Tell Heather or borrowed her towels. Jerry, I'm going to start taking parts from his garage for yard decor. No, don't do that. I need my stuff. Lonnie, how you doing, hon? And Bob said, I know. Hi, Lonnie. And Kentucky, I have had the skirts break off a piston on a 4.0. Oh, wow. My son's 4.0 in his Grand Cherokee. I forget what year he had. I don't remember. A little bit of an older one. And I could hear the piston slap in his, and that thing kept running. It just kept running. That motor, them straight sixes are amazing. That's at Heather's Cottage. We put in the yard at house in the garage. Heather's Slade is like my husband. He'll break loose if we take anything in the garage. I do give her tools and different things. I try to make her up a toolkit, but she's rough on tools. She's doing yard work with them. I want to have a TAC Pro 72. Any good one that is recommended? Autometer. That's the tachometers I like. I'm just saying I like Autometer, Lonnie. I think that I would have to say I would love to find an old school Sun Super Tac 2, but people want ridiculous prices for them on eBay. But Autometer, that's what I run. I like them. Hey, Dylan, how are you? And my board jumped. There we go. I made $346 in a bowling league. I have my girlfriend as my +1. Awesome. Awesome. That is, hey, you seem to be good at bowling. I've seen a couple of your little videos and pictures, I believe, on Facebook. Used Masonite board for my lows and put the original vinyl back on my 64. That's awesome. That is awesome. My son just gave me 3 sheets, 4x8 sheets of, I guess it's pine, a real thick Lawan, I think it's called. And he's like, do you want them? I had them left over from a job he was doing. I'm like, I'll take them. So now I got to put them to use for something. I think a front end would look great as a flower box. Oh, great. You could have water dumping out the front of the trunk. I'd rather fabricate than buy anytime I can. I don't mind fabricating. I just get upset when I spend the extra for a premium part, and then there I am with a grinder in the garage like this. Well, it's leaning the wrong way. That wasn't fun. It's a Brazilian front apron. I'm going to have to trim the lip for the rubber seal for the trunk because the trunk won't close all the way. It's hitting. It just wasn't made right. But it's okay. I'm going to pop my rails off, my guide rails. Not worry about them. I'll fill in the little holes. And I'm going to go ahead and do the Mexican seal that goes on the trunk lid and comes down. So actually, I got to look at Justin's when I go out to Washington, whenever he says that meet is. I want to see how his is set up. Let me see. You can make a speaker box out of some MDF and VW package tray pattern. You don't need huge 6x9s. Use 3 or 4x4 speakers and still have knee room and sound. I don't look for big sound in a car like what Heather has in her Grand Cherokee. Is crazy. But I mostly listen to when I'm in a Beetle, like to 60s and 70s music. So I don't really need all the bass and heaviness, if that makes any sense at all. Let me see here. There we go. I need my stuff also. And you yell when I can't find a tool. Well, hon, you lose them. I'll be cutting the grass. Oh, there's a pair of pliers. I can make a wind chime from wrenches and sockets. There's a lot of creativity. This guy where we go to a flea teak, long story short, because I know I'm getting behind on the comments. He makes lamps. Okay, I know they're just lamps. You know, I'd never be allowed to put one in a house. Heather'd have a heart attack in her cottage. But he makes them out of the most unique things, car parts, or I can't think right now, real quick, like a oil can, and they're done nicely. I mean, wow. They're usually in the garden somewhere. I found a screwdriver I lost last year. Probably one of my Snap-on ones. Party at Dylan's. Uh-oh, that's an idea. Jerry, that is cool. Heather, how long until we discover you keep your stuff in certain drawers just in case it gets borrowed? So I'm really quite sure. Thanks, Slade. A couple of people on that B page mentioned Autometer too. It's just what I prefer. I mean, I always liked them Sun Super Tax and all that, but I looked at a few originals that people had on eBay and packages, and it's like, make a third mortgage on your home to buy one. I'm like, no. But honestly, Autometer's always treated me good. I've never had no issues with them. Let me see. Anyone have a Big Daddy Don Garlits Stars and Stripes Sticks Go Attack? No, Don Garlits. Wow, forgot about Daddy. Holy crap. Like, not to be rude, is like, how old is he now? He got to be getting up there. I hope he didn't leave us. Did you get those windows for the greenhouse? I haven't even attempted that yet at all. We've had so much other stuff going on. I'm bowling Tuesdays, training league with my girlfriend. There's a C10 truck show. I may take girlfriend and see where make that trip. And Lucy, let's hope Lucy doesn't get jealous. Well, that isn't good. If Lucy gets jealous, she could be stranded somewhere. No, darn it. Heather, you might want to buy 2 or 3 each of the item just in case. Fun fact in Portugal, bug is called carocha. And I don't know if I said it right. Carocha. I'm horrible at trying to pronounce things from different areas, but maybe that's normal that I'm stupid. I'm not sure, but I just bought a cheap Singleton radio, Ford speakers, Beetle Bailey, and it turned out just fine for what little bit time we be driving it. And I get it, James. I'm going to take a Singleton and slide it in my glove box. I have a, where's it at? Let's play show and tell. Oh, here it is. Oh. I don't like this chair up here. I need a different one. This needs cleaned up. I don't know how well it'll show up, but I tested it and it worked. Good thing I didn't burn it up because there is a black wire and a blue wire, you know, besides the speakers. I assumed the black was ground. It wasn't. But I plugged an antenna in, put a little speaker on it, and it works good. I may throw that in and put a Singleton in a glove box, or I may take out one and put it on a marketplace and put the Singleton in my dash. I'm kind of like back and forth with that right now. Oh, what do we got? Bob, bring the beer, see if you get a keg. I said it before, but thank you for the videos. After getting back in the VWs after 30 years, you are my go-to to learn. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that very much. I've been slacking because... Good night, all, and always thank you for all the wonderful support. Really love the Slade family. Thank you, Toby and Liam. Thank you so much for being here, guys. And tell Liam to keep an eye out for the photos on Friday's video so we can put him on blast. I appreciate that, Shane. I really do. I did start to work on a website and then hit the pause button, but I'm going to make it easier for people to have the website phone friendly on, you know, where they can just go right to it and go right to what video they need, with an easy to find index, and it'll still be free on your phone. But it's a lot of work doing it. I got it like 25% done so far, so I'm just trying to make it easier. Tachometer, bigger is better. I have a 12-inch tack mounted, a 12-inch tack mounted on the hood. You can see RPMs real good. It helps keep the bugs off the windshield. Who did that from the factory? Was that the GTO? Or the Le Mans used to have the tack built into the hood with a little hump. I don't know why that just hit my stupid brain. Hey, good night, Darren. Thanks for being here, brother. I think you're on a roll. I don't think you're at home, I'm pretty sure, from what I caught in our chat. But thanks for being here, brother. And I don't think Oliver's there tonight because I think you're away. Let me see here. Seriously, I run a 2 and a 16 video tack, matches the factory video spalmer very nicely. Oh, Otto, they do. They do make nice tachometers, but they're a little pricey too. Well, I think everything's pricey now. It's been that way for a while. The strange cousin of South America, Brazil, is known as Fusca. That's somebody told me to put Fusca up if I'm even pronouncing it right. as a keyword once. And all of a sudden, I did have a lot of Brazilian people joining up, and I'm like, what the heck? But that was my stupidity for not researching it. Almost missed it. Hello, everyone. And that is George. How are you, my friend? And sounds like a plan, Dylan. And wait, what car is that going in, Slade? You have an original, well, not original, I'm sorry. In your Beetle, you have a Jensen AM/FM cassette player from the early 80s, and it does work. So whatever you want, I'll put in yours. I mean, I like the retro sound, but I didn't want digital, in it. Big Daddy is 93. Wow. That makes me feel old. I am old, but wow. Wow, 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 wow. Time has went too quick. Let me see here. No, I want it. Oh, they want my AM radio. Because I always thought it'd be cool, and I found a ton of them on eBay. If you slam an old AM radio in on eBay, a lot of people have them FM converters that hung under the dash, brand new in the boxes. Like, who the hell didn't open them all them years for like 30, 40 bucks? I just take me back to childhood, And we put the single DIN in the dash. Mine, I was trying not to cut it because my dash has never been cut there. Maybe I'll be the first to do it, but I don't know. I just get weird about stuff instead of just cutting it, put it in, and be happy. Heather just got a radio. I know, Kevin. And Heather said hello, 69. Oh, she was talking to George. I was trying to scroll back because I thought I missed somebody. I'm so used to call everybody by their name. I'm still watching videos you did from 4 years ago. Thanks, Shane. It's not that my videos have gotten a ton better, but now that I watch my ones from the beginning, I'm going to try to redo some of those in the future because it looks like I'm using a VHS camcorder, and then I'd walk away from the camera to do something and come back and didn't edit it. But I was learning, and I still am learning. I'll never know everything about filming, but I try to keep mine kind of plain. I don't get too fancy with crazy music and flashing one thing to another. I try not to get carried away with that. You just gave me energy to go into the garage and try to start my Beetle at 3 a.m. I found out when I had all fresh rebuilt engine stuff, I guess. Yeah, you probably got a either clogged idle jet or a vacuum leak somewhere. But I will know if I'd be doing it at 3 a.m. I found a small Bluetooth module that can be hidden. It's like half the size of a pack of cigarettes, will power an amp as well, soon to install. Hey, you know what, Baja? It's funny you said that. Somebody sent me a link to a Bluetooth thing. So it is, yeah, you are right. That is probably about half size pack of cigarettes. And they said to open the AM radio up, don't affect the radio, just put it in her, I guess, just to hide it and do a Bluetooth. So it's funny you brought that up. I never even knew they existed, to be honest with you. Let me catch up here. GTO and Trans Am. Okay, I knew somebody had them on the hood. I didn't know Trans Am did that, though. The GSX had a tack in the hood. I didn't know that. My buddy had one of them Grand Nationals when I was young. He was a lot older than me. Wow, that thing it was evil, but he messed with it. I don't want a Jensen. Uh-oh. Pronounce Fusca. Oh, I said Fusca. Yeah, I never had anybody say how it was pronounced. Fusca. Yeah, I put that as a keyword for a couple and started getting a lot of the Brazilians. Some of them, they got some nice parts and stuff there. I'm good, brother. I run a 9.4T tack. Just wished it didn't bounce like it does. Oh, man. I never tried to do that, in all honesty. Pronounce Fusca. Fusca Tony. Okay, so Fusca Tony. I'm just kidding. Good night, Alita. I hope you have a nice week, my friend. And at Bandito, make video, please share. Have one they have in the car without instructions. And I would go blah punked, but they're cool and not terribly expensive. You know what, Justin? I was just on at Crutchfield recently, and they actually have a lot of reasonable stuff on there from Blah Punk, Kenwood. They weren't really badly priced, and they also free shipping. So I will look into them too. Again, I when you said that blah punk, it made me think of that Crutchfield store. Yes, I want a Bluetooth amp, easy hookup and play from phone. I didn't have to cut the dash on my Super. Yeah, mine, I don't know if I will or not. I had a single din laying here that was burned out, and I kept it for the size. And I don't know where I put it now, but I'll find it. If yours fit right in like that, then mine should. I think they're basically the same. Fusca is Portuguese for bug. Okay, that's why they all started pouring in then. Non-destructive modification is always the best. Yes, I agree. And Alida, Heather was saying goodnight to Alida. And still good. I'm still learning, loving all your videos. I'm glad, Shane. I appreciate that very much. I really, really do. And when we put our aftermarket radio and slid right into the factory opening, well, then it should be on mine because nobody hacked mine up, James. So truthfully, it should go right in mine, hopefully. Stuart Warner makes good gauges. You can still find old one on eBay. Yeah, Stuart Warner was a big thing when I was young. And I'm sure they still do make good stuff. Are they still making everything over here, or, you know, how everything changes? Do you know if it's possible to swap the steering wheel from an older Beetle to a Super Beetle with a big dash? You can. You got to change the shaft in it. I don't know all the little tiny details, but yes, you can. You got to change the shaft in them. 69 Baja, just a steady RPM. Research resistor or diode fix for jumping tack. And I have seen that done. Do you have to use the factory trim ring if you don't have the one J-Bugs receipt POS has from? Oh, okay. I don't have no, I don't think I have any trim rings left here. I was helping people out and giving stuff away once in a while, and I ran myself low. Negative auto, it bounces when I shift gears. Only when you're shifting gears. That's kind of odd. I never had that happen before. But then again, like he said, maybe resistor or diode, maybe something is, or Revit. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I have a 6-inch monster attack up under the dash in the front of the shifter with a shift light. Overkill, yes, but I need to know when to shift at 40 horsepower power plant. I haven't even decided where I'm going to put my tack. Probably up to the left where the inspection sticker would be. I'm not going to have one, though. I think I had it that way on my 72. And I had it right where I could just glance straight at it. I'll make a bracket up for it, you know, so it can sit there. I think there's, I don't feel like getting up right now. I think that, I think there's a hole there originally from the padded dash that I won't have to fill in if, you know, I go ahead and do the bracket with it. Let me see. For her smart class, Justin, she is laughing. Try it anyway. Yeah, it can't hurt. What's the tap on the side of your hand? That one right there. That's a key. It's a skeleton key. And Heather's telling it right now. She has a tattoo of a heart somewhere. And this key fits that heart. So that's, my daughter does tattoo work. So that's what she did for us, which I thought was really cool. Well, she did all my tattoo work. Do you look into a video tack? Sorry, was distracted if you did. The VDOs, somebody brought that up above. The VDOs, that's what's nice about them, like he had said, is it matches the speedometer pretty close, you know. I see the white-faced one where you could buy the whole kit, but they're definitely not cheap. We'll do auto. I'm sure I could research with resistor or diode to use where to solder it in. Yeah, that kind of stuff's always fun. Ferdinand, I really like your channel. I have learned a lot. God bless you. And God bless you, my friend. Thank you, Ferdinand. I really, really appreciate the kind words. I really do. And that's awesome. And Justin says, good luck. Justin, them 40s like to rev high. Shift $6,000. If you ever come to Portugal, I think you might like parts prices here. Search for Paulo Ferreira. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be at Portugal anytime soon, but I wish I could just travel around for a year. That would be so much fun. It really would. I have a rose. Lock it, and he has the key. Thanks, Shane. Thank you, Otto. No, those Dakota gauges are out of reach. And Dakota gauges. She might have meant VDO. Might have been typo. That is so awesome, Heather. Yeah, I mean, I've stuck with Autometer with tachometers. I really just don't know why that I have. And I think the oil temperature gauge, if I end up running it, it's, wait a minute. It was sitting here. Here it is. Let me see. I was going to put it in the last car, and I got lazy. And what the heck? Checking something here a minute. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to check a text. Okay, there's that. There's a link broke there. All right. Well, it is what it is for now. I can't understand why I have some broken links going on. I have a VDO for the temperature gauge. I don't know if I can get that to focus. It's hard to do that. There we go. Mine needs the black touched up around the ring, which I just have Heather do that stuff. She's more steady at it. How do you wire a tack into a bug? I never understood that. You've got one going to the coil, and then you've got your hot ground, and then one for the light to light the tachometer up. I should do a video on it, but there's probably a million of them out there, I think. Dakota has digital gauges. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I never did digital, but I'll bet that'd be out of my league. Many use Autometer with excellent results. I like Autometer. I always have. On the 64 speed odometer, there are red lines for shift points. Yeah, I think, thought on my 68 there was shift points on there. I got a couple different speedometers here. One's for my 68 and the other might be like 70, 71 or something. And I did see red lines where you're supposed to shift, you know, technically. Dakota gauge was pretty pricey when I was using them on custom bikes. Dakota digital. I think, no, my Harley didn't have a digital one. Never mind. For some reason, I think just the odometer was digital on my Sportster. Absolutely, Dakota is way out of my league. Yeah, I can't. I can't afford those. And Wayne, how are you, sir? Welcome in. And there's a new company named Speed Hut. I never heard of them. They definitely are new. I've never heard of them before. If that's easy, I think I will put a tack on mine. Any recommendations that go well with the Speedo? Yeah, pretty much any choice that you want. I prefer Autometer, but you know, there's so many different ones out there. But I did run a Bosch one time, and I had no issues with it though, and they were reasonable. I think I bought it at Advance Auto Parts. Trying to decide if it's worth money to do a disc brake setup versus drums on the front of my 65 for a weekend driver, and it is worth it, Shane. I love doing front disc. I'll be doing it this week on this one, the front disc setup. And there's already one in my playlist where I did a disc brake conversion and drop spindles for a friend of mine, so I filmed it. It's not that bad to do, and I think it's worth it. If you watched my video, Shane, Friday, I was talking about disc brakes, and I put a residual valve on to put more pressure to the drums in the back. So that video will explain that from Friday. Let me see here. Negative side of the coil is your tack signal. Yeah, as I said, you just have coil, hot ground, light, you know. Glad you are here. I was pressing Dakotas to put it into my 48 Ford pickup and just trying to catch up. More stopping power is always better. Oh, absolutely. Dog, the red lines for downshifts or upshifts. If we're saying downshift at the red lines better than upshift. I think that Beetles, it's like our stock motors that the throttle is just like an on-off switch because it's like to the floor, then up, to the floor, then up. So, okay, I haven't watched that one yet. Yeah, that was up Friday. That'll explain the residual valve. And then this week I'll be doing a disc brake conversion on this one here. I use them for upshift. And hey, peeps, I finally took Buggy for a ride today. Oh, nice, Rod. That's awesome, brother. I hope you're having a good day. True 69 Baja. Update, I cleaned my idle jet and no luck getting it to idle. Maybe the carb is too small for the cam. It never idled up on this. Well, make sure that you check to see if your throttle shaft has a vacuum leak in it, or if you have a vacuum leak on the intake too, possibly. It was said never to bog down the engine or over rev the engine. Yeah, you definitely definitely don't want to bog down on them. There's no doubt about that. I drive my cars pretty easy. I honestly do. If I slam mine to the floor, then it means I'm trying to get out around somebody or what have you. But you know, like I always told Heather since the day we met, that, well, I was a mechanic and she came to my shop, and that's kind of how we sort of met. And I said, if you break it, you know, if you beat it, you break it, basically, is what it amounted to. So I'm pretty easy on mine. Ride was fun. Went to the lake, then around town, but weather hot and smoky. Ugh. I could go for some hot weather, that's for sure. Just added 4 of the MP gauges along with matching speedometer. So far they work. Just have to calibrate the speedometer. Sounds interesting. That's awesome. I usually, my last Beetle, that was the red one that was on YouTube in the beginning. I never put 1 gauge in it, but that's good in a way because I got them here to use on this one now. So I guess that kind of worked out, you know. I've been eyeing a disc brake setup from the VW store. That's where I have mine. It's, well, everywhere. There's rotors under the bench. The calipers are in that cabinet back there. That's what's actually going on this Friday's video. So, and then I got to do a part of a video on it showing how to put the races, you know, and seat them into the new rotors, because Vever or whoever they are sent me, you know, the kit for removing and installing races, you know, and bearings. I don't think it has vacuum leak. It idled fine with the carb before the rebuilt. This was before the piston broke in half, obviously. Yeah, you're going to have to do a little bit of messing around with that. It's usually when they don't idle, sometimes that's when I usually end up finding a vacuum leak somewhere, you know, is what happens with those. Too hot here in Texas and not much rain. Oh, we've had our share of rain, Keith, up here. That's for sure. Today it didn't rain, thankfully. I finally got to cut the grass. I think it was like 83 inches high. What a pain in the butt. Lots of fires in Canada, smoke going into Minnesota. Can't even see the sun orange. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Cops outside. Oh, did you hear the sirens, Rick, in the background? Because we have volunteer fire and ambulance. If you met me, I heard those two in the background. Rick, I was looking outside too. I've been buying a lot of Ever tools lately. They've been sending me stuff, Shane, in all honesty, off and on. And they do, I give them credit. They do say, if you don't like it, be honest and let us know how we can improve. But I've never had a problem with any of their stuff, in all sincerity. Come to South Carolina, it was 85 and muggy here today. I could have went for that, in all honesty. I have a long sleeve shirt on them in the garage, but it's not bad in here. It's 62, and I have the heat I could turn on, but I'm so used to being in this weather. But I'm looking forward to the 80-degree days and Syrian dust. Still chilly here in Staten Island. Yeah, I believe it, because you're not that far from me, really, Wayne. And I think tomorrow, though, is supposed to be pretty nice from what I understand. We're supposed to get the smoke here in PA tomorrow. Oh, okay. I didn't know about that. I remember that happening before when I think there was some fires in Canada last year, I thought, or something, because we had a lot of smoke here from it. Finally getting rain out here in Yuma, Arizona. Whoever has good products. Yeah, they do, actually. Somebody sent me SEESII, CC. They sent me an industrial vac that runs on their big pack batteries and that, and I got to do a video for it. I didn't do yet. I didn't even open it yet, but we'll see how well it works, because that is kind of nice to not have to plug something in. We had about AC, and in my thaw shirt boxer, 76 here. That's a perfect weather, really, 70 to 75 degrees. I love it. Here today it was close to 40 degrees Celsius. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. That I'm not sure. I don't know. It's freezing here. It's not freezing here. I mean, it's chilly. Please watch Slade's channel. He has a video on an intruder in his garage. They're looking for them. These are also Canadian fires. Okay. All right. Yeah. Then we'll be getting the aftermath of the smoke and that. I can't remember when that was, Mike. I felt like a year ago that happened, and I could be off a little bit. Yes, we were supposed to have bad air quality from fires in Canada again in Northwest Iowa. That's a shame. That really is, in all honesty. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Michael. And it was 90 here in Tampa Bay. Wow. Yeah, that, George, in the 90s, cool. But like you said, muggy as always. That humidity and mugginess, that's what kicks my butt, in all honesty. I'll trade temps. Yes, it's freezing. Did you check the temperature on that thing, Heath? I was curious because I'll be coming down in about 5 minutes here. And Rick said yes. And let me see. Oh, okay. I was trying to scroll back because my brain went over it. Yeah, we have at Volunteer Fire and Ambulance, so we hear a lot of sirens off and on. Okay. And true, they're looking for them. These are also Canadian fires. Yeah, I do remember that from before, and we got blanketed from it. I think they need to clean up some of their trees, or their dead trees. I was watching something on that one time. I guess if they don't separate some of the trees up and clean up some of them, my brain's stuck, that it does help prevent it from spreading. So I don't know a lot about that, I guess. Let me see here. I didn't know, Michael. I scrolled back because I didn't want to miss anything. 4 degrees Celsius is freaking hot. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I'm not good with the conversion on that. And let me see here. Near Houston, we will be about 47 tonight. Nice weather for window and fans on. Yeah, I like a fan on while I'm sleeping. I have to. I have a ceiling fan on every night, ultra high, blowing in my face while I sleep. And poor Heather has covers over her head. Yeah, we have air quality alert here in Green Bay. And I like that 90-degree weather. And Grapevine. And fires out west here in Canada are horrible this year. That's sad. I hate hearing about that stuff. Yep, just under cruises. 104. Oh, yeah, that's hot. That's hot. I didn't know the conversion. Hey, have a great night, everyone, checking out. Okay, James, have a great night, Micro. I'll talk to you tomorrow, buddy, and I will watch for your photos. Hot tub is at 98, so about an hour. Time I'm ready, I'll be ready for bed. Took a while for the temperature to kick up on it. Bottom of the Central Minnesota, as close to my dad was born. And let me see, my Micro, Sweet Rock, okay, I don't like to miss people's things. I'm trying to go through real quick. I heard you have a rolling bar in this chat. What time is that happening? Actually, we drank all the booze earlier, if that's what you mean. It's gone, but we'll have more next week. So here in Iowa, he goes on to bed AC in the morning. Yeah, we have that here where at night the heat's on a little bit, and during the day I'm putting the air on because I'm like, really? But we live in a ranch home, so right through the roof, we take a beating, from the heat. I think I was playing with that chainsaw too long today, and my fingers are cramping up on me. My whole body cramps up on me. It just started over this last year. Do you need to put the brake valve thing if you put the rear disc brakes on? You don't have to. But one thing I will tell you is, Daniel, I'm speaking to, it doesn't hurt to put a lower PSI one on. It's either 2 or 3. It's either 2 or 3 PSI. It's a blue one, and you can find them online. It puts a little extra pressure to the back. So I like them. It gives you a more firm pedal too, and a quicker bang to the pedal. That's my advice. Actually, I talk about it, Daniel. If you watch Friday's video that I did, I talk about it on four-wheel disc also. Uh, it'll be 85 tomorrow. Ooh, there was a lot of sugar in that drink. And 87 on Tuesday. That isn't too bad, actually. It's not horrible. 104, that's a weekday. And Daniel, I need to use them. And what color will be the interior of the Bug? Where did you buy the sunroof materials? Also, I'll be looking forward to do the valve for the brakes. The interior is going to be a combination of black and white in the Beetle. And I did buy salt and pepper, like a grayish colored carpet, because the black carpet just showed so much lint when I had it before. The sunroof materials, I redid my headliner, my factory one. But the sunroof materials, if you mean the cables and seals, Wolfsburg West. That's where I get them all. They make their cables in shop there, in-house. Valve for the brakes, and Bob, us too, 41 at night, then bam. Yeah, that's about right. Rick Davies was the Lumberjack song by Jackal. I don't know that one. Rick Davies. Is that the Lumberjack song? I don't know that one. Let me see here. Good night, everybody. It's been late here. I have to study for exams and still have some time left to fix my poor Bug. Well, thanks for being here. I hope to see you next week. And thank you for taking time and chatting and letting us know where you're from. That was really nice. Lumberjack by Jackal, great song. It's 10:25 p.m. and 78 degrees. Wow, that's not bad at all. Until it goes to 95, I'm sure, though, George. I get it. I mean, well, I'm off. Got to get some rest to start new week. Okay, sounds good, Rod. I'll be heading out here in a second anyhow. And I hope that you have a great week, my friend. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Davies just bought it. I'm like, well, there we go. Tree saw, cannot wait to use it. Oh, I have a battery powered tree saw, but it doesn't do bad. It's like I think it's a Milwaukee, I'm pretty sure. 102 here yesterday, only 85 today. Yeah, our stuff's all across the board. Hopefully it's decent tomorrow, though. I'm counting on it. And Davies, more videos of bees night all. Yeah, please do, Rod. I enjoy that. I do. And so with the 2.5-inch drop spindles, have any problems with stock height tires? The kit from the V-Dubs, a lot of tires cost. When I had 2.5-inch drop spindles on my car, my 72, and the one I did a disc brake conversion on with drop spindles on the channel, you'll see it was a white Beetle. I did it video for it. He had 145s on, which I didn't think was necessary. I'm going to run 155s on mine. But before you go ejecting your stock tires weight, you may be okay depending on your torsion leafs. So before you get rid of them, check first, because your stock tires may be fine on there. Anyone know about the Motor Brazilian engine cases? Right? I just got one and heard that some yours needed some modifications. I have no experience with those, Mike. I never had one before. And I need pickle juice. I'll be right back. Pickle juice. Night Rod, please do. This fits on 3-point of my tractor and cuts the tree off at the ground. Oh, wow. That's nice, Keith. Holy crap. Yeah, that'll definitely get some work done. Grab me some too. Tell us why you're wanting to put all the brakes and trans in before you paint. I've always thought that's just more to cover up from overspray. It is in a way, but I'm going to try to get the car in primer first so I can get it on the road. I was going to try to have it on the road sooner than later, and then I figure I can pull it in and paint. But that's just the direction I'm going right now because I'm filming, so it makes it a little more difficult. But remember, I'm spraying. I'm doing this rattle can test, so it won't be as bad when I am covering stuff up. It gives me motivation to get better. Oh, yeah, absolutely, brother. And when it is going to be the next live, I won't miss it next time. It's every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, United States time. So, but I usually always post it in the, I did forget this week. I apologize. I usually post it all of the time in the on the YouTube channel and in the Facebook community group. But it's always Sunday night at 9 p.m. But I'm going to rock and roll here. I'm going to go relax with Heather. And no, I wish mine was going to be done for the picnic. Sadly, it won't be. Don't forget to shoot me a message as a reminder on Facebook, and I'll send you the hotel listings, motels. That way, you know. Thank you, Keith, for the donation. That was nice of you, brother. I really appreciate it. And just so you know, we do pray for you, but I think you know that probably, in all honesty. Everybody, please pray for dog Keith for his health. And I won't get into detail. I'll do that to him, but please be helpful. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate that, Keith. And I hope everybody has a really, really great upcoming week. New video will be out Friday, of course, and I'm going to aggravate Heather to start filming again. So everybody have a blessed week. Love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. May God be with y'all.